Hello, welcome to you guessed it, my religious life video blog for the second Sunday of Epiphany, and should we say second Sunday after Epiphany, and we're taking it there. So who knows who's civilized? So we're gonna do a little bit, do something very different as far as we're concerned, and as far as we're concerned, who knows who's civilized about this one? Trust me about this. That as well. So, take it from there. But anyways, it's from John chapter 2, verses 1 through 11. It says this, because on the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. So Jesus and his disciples had been invited to the wedding. So when the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." Oh, and and you know why? And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what concerns is that you and to me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do what he tells you." Now standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, Draw now some out, and take it to the chief steward." So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine, and didn't know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. The steward calls the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this, the first of his signs in Cana, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believe in him. So here's my observation for you about this one, because everybody knows as the first sign of John chapter 2 verse 11 says that everybody can be civilized, that changing water into wine at a wedding in Cana. And it lays the foundation for understanding the subsequent sign says. And there is no parlor trick done to attract attention to him, or to himself. So he does it reluctantly. And you know what the miracle is? Yes. Is hidden from the master of the banquet. And Jesus does it only in the face of guessed it, pressing human need, and to honor his, you guessed it, mother's request. And you know why? It runs out of wine at the wedding. Would have been brought great shame on the bride and the groom and their families, and that shame would have been lingered long in the village culture of Cana, and no time at all. You know what that means? Far from being an unmoved mover, as some Greeks try to regarded God. So what is Jesus shows himself to be? Loving, and responsive Son of the loving eternal Father, and you guessed it, that's right, the eternal Father and beloved human mother. See, that really makes sense. Brother James says the liturgical things that he said at this morning's sermon at my church, and and the only thing that happens is what comes next: turning water into wine, or whatever happens to this, as far as we're concerned. But here's the bottom line for you. It happens all the time. It happens. So it happens. Because the fact of the matter is this: he turns water into wine and shows that he is likely the Father, not only in love, but also in his power over the creation. And you know why? Because attentively readers should know about John's Bible scriptures of John, and it shouldn't be no surprise at all that the Word who made all things and now made flesh himself is able to do things. So what if people, and is able to bring the material blessings to his people? And what about this one? Is to deny that Jesus can work miracles. Would be to deny that Christ was with God in the beginning. How surprising is that for a change? Well, perhaps you guessed it. That's right. You know what that means. Because you know that unplanned miracle has ended up with pointing unmistakably to Jesus' ultimate purpose. And that's why he has come to draw people to consummate wedding feast. And where does it happen? I'll tell you where. They will joyfully dine with him together. You know, and by the way, the moral of my religious life video blog story of this, you guessed it, that's right, second Sunday after Epiphany, is this: that Jesus' mighty works, done with the stuff of the present world order, are amazing blessings in the here and now. And why? Because they also point to still greater blessings in the world to come. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's my religious life video blog story, and I'm sticking to it. Just kidding. Anyways, we'll be right back with hashtag Omaha Choirs, only on Facebook Watch.